Question number 1. What made you want to go into theatre?
I think from a young age I always had a massive passion for dancing and acting and singing. I grew up in my household, my sisters singing and dancing and doing lots of movies and things, home films, and it always felt like something that I was really passionate about, so I just followed that passion and kind of trained in it and took that on into my career. I always wanted to do something that I loved. I think that's really important. If you love something, then work will always be easy, so that's why I went into it.
What did you have to do to become a theatre performer?
So I trained from a very, very young age in dancing. I did after school dance classes and dancing on the weekend, and then when I was about 14 I decided I wanted to do it like as a career, so then I started singing lessons and acting lessons. I went to a place called Stagecoach on the weekend, where you do acting, singing and dancing for an hour, and then once I left school I went to college and did like a diploma in musical theatre, and then I went on and did a degree in musical theatre, so lots of training and lots of hard work.
And is it difficult?
Yes, the training is very difficult because you start school say like 9 and you finish at 4, a normal school day, but you are training and dancing and physical for like 5 of those hours, so it's extremely tiring, and it's a very, very competitive industry, so you have to be willing to work hard and not give up because there are so many people going after that one job that you want.
And what do you love the most?
I would say, oh gosh, that's hard. I love the feeling of being on stage and performing to an audience. I love the fact that every night when you go on stage, it's different every single night. It's the same show, but it will always be different because it's live theatre and the audience are different, and the actors on stage might do different things to you. They might chuck a line at you differently, or if you're dancing with someone, they might hold you differently. So that then affects your performance, and I like that it's just so organic and natural and different every night.
And what shows have you been in?
So I just finished a show called Back to the Future. That was it's a film been made into a musical. I've been in Hamilton. I've been in a show called In the Heights, a show called Strictly Ballroom, Kiss Me Kate, Barnum. Lots of different types of shows. I've been very lucky.
And what show would you like to be in?
Like the dream show.
Yeah, what is your dream show? The ultimate dream.
So there's a composer called Stephen Sondheim, and to be in a show by him is probably one of my dreams. I mean, there's lots of roles. I'd love to be Velma in Chicago. There's lots of different roles, but anything that's creatively fulfilling, I guess.
And what tips do you have for the Academy pupils to get into theatre?
I would say try and go into your local community. There's lots of places that will hold dance classes and things like that. If that's too expensive and you can't afford that, there is some community outreach programs that will, you can go to do workshops and things like that, which are good. But I think training is the most important thing. You can also do a lot by watching videos at home. You can learn routines off YouTube, songs. You can do duets on YouTube where you can sing with other people. There's lots of stuff you can do from home if that's something you want to explore. But hard work and determination, really.
What other jobs could you do in theatre if you don't want to perform?
There's lots of other jobs you can be. So we have crew who make sure the set get on and off stage safely. We have stage management who look after our well-being on stage. We have wigs, wardrobe, costume. There's loads of different aspects. Automation, so that means if the set's flying in and it's flying out or coming in from the wings, they're in control of that. We have company managers who manage all of the cast. There's front of house. There's loads of different aspects that go on to running a show. So if you don't feel like you want to be on stage, there's lots of other avenues you can explore.
What is your favourite song or dance that you have performed?
Oh, there's lots. Probably say I did a show called In the Heights, and there's a song in that called Carnaval de Barrio, and that it's a really good community, feel-good, fun number. The audience love it, and it's a lot of energy, and that's probably one of my favourite numbers.
What are auditions like?
They vary really depending on what it is that you are auditioning for. Oh, you met my dog Nigel yesterday. He's back. What auditions like? If you're auditioning for a musical, it depends what role you're auditioning for. You'll always have to do some sort of dance audition and singing. You'll normally start by singing your own material, and then you will go on to sing the material within the show. Just to give you an example, when I auditioned for Hamilton, my whole audition process was over a year, so it's a long time. It's not one audition and you get the job. It's rounds and rounds of audition, trying out with different partners, singing with other people who they want to be the other parts. So it's a real, auditioning is a long process, so you've got to be ready.
What is the rehearsal process like?
Depends once again what show you're doing, but normally on average it'll be about 4 weeks. It's a very creative time. It's most actors' favourite time, the rehearsal process. I find it quite stressful because you're constantly trying to get the material right. You haven't got it in your body yet. You haven't sung the songs in yet. So it's very tiring because you're trying to perfect it every day, but trying to retain all of the information and perform it, which is quite tricky because it's not embedded within you. If you're 6 months into a show, it just comes out naturally, but that time is a lot of hard work and repetition, and just getting it in the body, really.
And the last question, why should people watch theatre?
I think it's just pure escapism for people. I think people go to the theatre to feel joy, to forget about what's going on at home, to listen to stories be told about love or about war, whatever it is. I think it's just a beautiful art form that people get transported to another life in. I think it's very important and enjoyable. Ta-ra!